こんにちは。ヘルです。はじめまして。よろしくお願いします。じゃあ、俺は3年くらい日本語を勉強してるよね。勉強始めた時、俺の人生はちょっとつまらなかったな。あの時、普通に新しいことを学びたかった。あの時から今まで俺の人生はめっちゃ変わったな。いっぱい新しい友達できて、彼女で会って、たくさん日本の旅行した新しい経験の取ったよね。じゃあ言語は俺にとって言語は大切なもの。人間の心を読むことだよね。みんな新しい言語を学ぶべきと思う。だから今日言語の勉強について動画を作りたかった。よろしくお願いします。行きましょう。That was my little Japanese introduction, right? I basically just said I've been studying for Japanese for 3 years. When I decided to start learning, my life was just a little boring and I wanted to learn something new. And since then, my life has changed a lot. I made a bunch of friends. I met my girlfriend and I did a lot of traveling to Japan, right? And I said that to me, language is a very important thing. It's how you're able to see people's hearts, read people's hearts, right? I think everybody should learn a new language. And today I want to make a video talking about my journey of learning a new language, right? With that being said, let's get right into it.
やってあげる。これはここに来るようになるべくね。そうしてあげるよ。ちょっといい？ごめんね。
その店は
面白いね。
そのめっちゃ面白いよ。多分一番面白い店、見たい店。
おー、ナイス。で、ここにチャンピオン、ほら、チャンピオンベルト。ほら、いいや。オッケー。あ、すごい、かっこいい。はい、プリーズ。
ちょっと待って。
はい。お、ナイス。
So when I started learning Japanese, right, I started with this app called Buusu. Buusu is a language learning app that basically does the learning process of a language like a textbook. It's like a game/textbook style learning application. And for me, that's where I started. I started from pretty much scratch, right? Only having watched anime, listened to some Japanese rap, right? And that is how I learned the basics. Where I started was with hiragana and katakana, right? I still to this day can't read kanji, right? But hiragana and katakana are basically the building blocks of words in Japanese, right? It's the phonetic sounds. A, E, A, O, U. Basically, those are the vowels, and then there's ka, ki, ku, ke, ko. I use the app to learn like that, some basic phrases, and really just the basics of Japanese, right? And it's a really cool app. I will put some of the usage here, how I'm using it. Probably while I'm talking through this, I'll just show some screenshots from me using the app, right? And that's called Buusu. And I was on that for 2 months, just every day, trying to finish a lesson, trying to learn something new, maybe even going through a lesson more than one times. And it has a really good learning strategy. They give you a bunch of tests at the end of lessons. You take a test. You can even take an N1 exam, N2 exam with your Japanese study. And the N exams is basically the level of proficiency in Japanese exams, right? And that's how you judge how good at Japanese you are, technically by book. And I just did that app and I started to learn the basics. But at some point, that was starting to get boring to me. I'm not really a classical learner. I can't really learn by just doing textbook work and studies and watching videos. I need interaction. I've always been a hand-on learner and an experienced learner. The next step I took was finding a Japanese tutor. And I use this app called Preply. I'm gonna put the app here, Preply. And on this app, you're able to find tutors that help you in the language you want to learn. This doesn't work. This video doesn't apply for just Japanese either, by the way. You can use probably this video to learn any language. And so from there, I just I found my teacher, and we did lessons. I started off doing a lot of lessons, maybe like 6 lessons a week. And from there, I started talking to a person, and I was getting live feedback when I was saying something wrong, and really just learning and growing how to speak Japanese. She taught me some of the more complex grammar and the more useful grammar, like the difference between textbook grammar and like how you really talk in real life. And I also, Japanese, they have keigo, and they have like regular casual talk. And so I learned how to speak casually with my teacher. And I did that for about another year. And so at this point, I'm about a year and a half into my studies. And my lessons were limited to about an hour per lesson, right? And that was good, but I just needed more. I was really starting to fall in love with learning the language. I was posting on social media, getting feedback. People were telling me how cool it was. That's another big thing too. I'm a person that likes to post and get feedback from people to keep me motivated and to track my journey of whatever I'm doing that's new. And that really helped to motivate me, man, getting that positive feedback from my friends and family and social groups, right? And obviously the teacher helps. And the teacher, having the lessons planned, also helped me in staying accountable to my studies, right? If we went over something, I really wanted to review it to make sure that by the time the next lesson came, I did what I was supposed to do, and I knew what I was doing. So that was very helpful, all those things, and just having that person there constantly correcting you, whose job it is to correct you and nurture me through my early journey with the language, right? The last application that I still use to this day to practice Japanese is called HelloTalk. And HelloTalk is a beautiful app for learning a new language. You can go on the app, you can choose what language you want to learn, right? What language you already know, and then you can join what's called the voice room. And in the voice room, there could be up to 8 people on stage from anywhere, as long as they're trying to learn your language or whatever. And you get to talk to real people. Once I downloaded that app, I was able to make real friends in Japan and get almost unlimited listening practice and speaking practice with real people, right? At varying levels of Japanese and English. Sometimes I'm talking to people, English learners who are also learning Japanese, and we're both trying to speaking our program Japanese. Sometimes I'm speaking to people who only understand Japanese, and I have to use 100% Japanese to communicate to them. Sometimes I'm speaking to somebody who's studying English, and I'm studying Japanese, and we can meet in the middle somewhere. It's really cool. There's a dynamic where I will be speaking in Japanese, and they will be speaking to me in English, and that way we're both getting practice. And that's actually a really cool blend of learning on that app, man. It's called HelloTalk. I use it all the time to this day just to get extra practice, and it will teach you new words pop up, new topics, new conversations. And so what I do now is I take the words I learned from friends in HelloTalk, like words that just pop up in regular conversation. And if I don't know them, or if I don't really understand how to use them, I'll just ask my friend on HelloTalk to type the word in the chat, and I'll copy it, put it in my notes. And when I do a lesson with my teacher, we'll just go over some of those words that I didn't know or have trouble with. And she'll tell me like what situation you use them in, what it means. And then from there, a lot of times I'll learn a bunch of other words surrounding those words in the situation that we were talking about. And that's been a really good way for me to learn for the past year, I think. From year 2 to now, that's really how I've been practicing Japan. And then other than that, man, this journey has led me to really explore a new sector of the world and meet new people and open me up to new ideas. Man, let this be your call to action. If you've been thinking about learning a new language, this is an easy, clear-cut path. I didn't do much textbook learning. It was really fun. I really learned by experience, man, and I got up in there and I was able to change my life in a lot of ways. If that's something, that's one of the reasons why I always put my videos in subtitles, man. I have a lot of people from Japan that follow me. So that's been my journey with learning a new language. I hope this video has been able to help you in some way, shape, or form, man. Good luck on your journey of learning a new language and opening up a whole new sector of the world to yourself. And in the comment, let me know what language you're studying, man. Let me know how your journey's going. I'd love to connect with people across the world who are learning languages. One thing I've noticed is that people who are learning new languages tend to be more open and they make good friends, right? With that being said, let's build this little community, and maybe we can follow each other on HelloTalk, hop in a voice room. But with that being said, I'm gonna end this video. Thanks for allowing me in your hearts and mind. That's it. Peace.